Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're taking a walk down New York's famous 47th Street to uncover exactly what modern jewelry consumers are buying right now. I'm honestly so excited to guide you through this data. Whether you're a market watcher, a prospective buyer, or just someone who loves the sparkle of the industry, understanding these shifting tides of consumer demand is absolutely fascinating. Let's get right into it. We'll be taking a quick virtual window shopping tour through 6 key areas: the Diamond District today, lab versus natural diamonds, trending diamond shapes, the gemstone resurgence, the gold standard, and finally, the bottom line.
Okay, Section 1. The Diamond District today, New York's 47th Street. We're starting our journey right at the bustling epicenter of the jewelry world.
Just look at the chaotic, energetic hub of 47th Street. This specific block in New York is world-renowned. It's literally the place where buyers hunt for the absolute best deals on stones and metals. And right now, the vendors on this street are witnessing some of the most fascinating shifts in consumer behavior we've seen in years. It's not just about what people are buying, it's about how their priorities have completely transformed, especially when it comes to the real centerpiece of the industry, the engagement ring.
Moving to Section 2, lab versus natural diamonds, a bridal market shift. Let's make our first stop at the diamond counter, where we're witnessing a massive shift in how people buy engagement rings. Looking at the market split, jewelers are reporting that lab-grown diamonds are commanding an explosive 70% of engagement ring sales. David Borikoff at R&R Jewelers specifically noted this 70% figure just for his store. This isn't just a minor trend, guys. It's a total structural takeover of the bridal market. Lab-grown diamonds are rapidly capturing a massive market share from their natural counterparts. We're talking anywhere from a quarter to well over half of all sales across different vendors on the street. It's wild.
So, what's driving this? It's all about the budget trade-off. The sheer difference in visual impact is undeniable. Consumers are opting to buy massive 3 to 5 carat lab-grown stones instead of your standard 2 carat natural ones for the exact same money. When faced with the choice at the counter, the modern buyer goes straight for that visual impact. The desire for a larger, more prominent stone on the finger is just completely overriding the traditional preference for natural origin in that standard 1 to 2 carat range.
This quote brilliantly illustrates the current consumer mindset. Size is king, leaving smaller natural stones totally out of favor. Michael Hannikin at Hannikin Jewelers really hit the nail on the head when he said, smaller natural diamonds have kind of died out. The 1 carat or smaller natural diamond, which, used to be the absolute bread and butter of the engagement ring business, is struggling. Consumers realize their budget stretches so much further in the lab-grown market, meaning those smaller natural stones are literally being left sitting in the display case.
However, don't count natural diamonds out completely. If you look closely at the high-end cases, large natural stones, we're talking over 3 carats, are still selling exceptionally well to buyers who really want the real deal. Experts like John Magzulcioglu from Diamond Club International and Maya McMillan from Eric Originals and Antiques both confirm this. If a customer is shopping for natural diamonds today, they're looking for significant size. Big natural diamonds remain very strong. So it's kind of become a polarized market, right? Lab-grown for the masses wanting size on a budget, and large natural diamonds for the high-end traditionalists.
All right, Section 3, trending diamond shapes, elongated versus square. Let's see how this intense desire for size actually translates into the aesthetics and cuts people want. Looking at the trending geometry, the shift is undeniable. Consumers are heavily favoring elongated shapes. Think ovals, marquises, old mines, elongated cushions, and pears. Meanwhile, square stones like the princess cut are currently the least sought after. Across the board, vendors on 47th Street are reporting high demand for these elongated cuts. And the defining characteristic tying all these winners together? It's that elongated geometry. It flatters the finger, and honestly, it often makes the carat weight appear even larger than it actually is. And the reason behind this trend is pretty simple: celebrity influence. It is heavily driving the demand for these finger-flattering, elongated cuts. Michael Hannikin pointed this out perfectly again. When shoppers walk onto 47th Street, they already have a specific image in their minds, and it's often an image pulled directly from a celebrity's social media feed. Elongated shapes are absolutely dominating the red carpets and celebrity engagements right now. That cultural visibility translates directly into retail demand, pretty much pushing traditional square cuts right out of the spotlight.
Which brings us to Section 4, the gemstone resurgence, colorful alternatives. Let's shift our focus completely away from diamonds for a second and check out the incredibly colorful gemstone case. I mean, talk about a breathtaking statement piece. A stunning 4.63-carat Burmese ruby ring like this one is highly coveted right now for both fashion and alternative engagement rings. We're seeing a really distinct trend where buyers are stepping away from traditional diamond center stones entirely. They want unique, vibrant color. But there's a catch. The reality of market economics quickly steps in when shoppers actually try to price out a world-class ruby like this. Because top-tier rubies carry such a hefty price tag, jewelers are actually seeing sapphires and emeralds take the crown as the most popular gemstone choices. Multiple vendors, including Melissa Cullen from Mamuel Lux, note that sapphires are currently the most requested gemstone on the street. They offer incredible beauty and durability, but they are so much more accessible in terms of price compared to a high-quality ruby. So while the desire for color is surging, practicality is really crowning sapphires and emeralds as the true winners of this gemstone resurgence.
Now for Section 5, the gold standard, chunky and substantial. For our final trend, we're opening the vault to look at the metal holding all these stones together.
The sheer substance of a piece like this 1960s Bulgari bracelet is exactly what's trending. Even with the recent pretty drastic price increases in the gold market, demand hasn't vanished at all. Instead, it's shifted heavily toward these very chunky, substantial pieces. You might expect a spike in raw material costs to scare buyers away, right? But that is not what's happening on 47th Street. While demand for smaller, delicate gold items has dropped off, the high-end shopper is totally unfazed. People are still happily dropping $20,000 to $30,000 on heavy, statement gold necklaces and bracelets.
And here's the crucial point. Buyers aren't just shopping for fashion anymore. They view these heavy gold pieces as wearable financial investments. As David Barakoff explains, the recent fluctuations in gold prices have actually reinvigorated sales. When the price dips even slightly, buyers jump right in, hoping the value will rise again. They're buying these chunky gold items with a dual purpose in mind. They want the immediate luxury of wearing it today for sure, but they are highly conscious of the item's intrinsic resale value for tomorrow.
Finally, Section 6, the bottom line, key market takeaways. Let's wrap up our explainer tour of the Diamond District and see what we can really take away from all this.
To quickly summarize our findings. First, the quest for carat size has crowned lab-grown diamonds as the undisputed volume leaders in bridal jewelry, commanding 60 to 70% of sales. Second, if buyers aren't looking for lab-grown size, they're chasing the colorful, relatively accessible allure of sapphires and emeralds. And finally, gold has completely transcended mere adornment. It's become a tactile, wearable financial asset for the high-end consumer.
So thank you for joining me on this explainer. We've seen how size, shape, color, and investment value are completely reshaping one of the most famous jewelry districts in the world. I want to leave you with this to ponder. If you were walking down 47th Street today and you had the budget, which of these trends are you going for? The massive lab diamond, the colorful sapphire, or the chunky gold investment? Let that sink in.